This movie is so bad, Jim Carrey's not in it. And it ruined Jamie Kennedy's career. Let's talk about it. I'm Salad and I saw Son of the Mask. It is directed by Lawrence Gutterman, written by Lance Kaze. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. Don't watch the movie if you haven't. Let me tell you about all the things that are bad about it. This movie starts, we're following Milo. He's a little dog that took the mask from the end of the last movie. And oh wow, it got bright all of a sudden, so I'm squinting. I have light sensitivity. If you're curious about why I was squinting, that's why. This movie also follows Odin wants Loki to get the mask for some reason. It's never mentioned why. Why do you want the mask, Odin? Isn't Thor your favorite son? It's not really shown exactly why Odin would ever want the mask. It's Loki's thing, right? I thought I had the power of Loki. Now Loki wants the mask back? Wait, how much power does Loki have to put in the mask? Now is Loki out of power? No, he's clearly shown to have powers. So some part of his powers is brought into the mask. Wait, why does Odin want it then? Why does Odin want Loki's powers? Doesn't Odin already have a bunch of powers that Loki would have? This movie right off the bat doesn't make sense. It doesn't at all continue from any logic from the last movie. So Loki now has to find the mask and there's no GPS on the mask. You have magic in that. Wait, why can't you use your magic to find that magic? Do you not have homing magic? The magic is not clearly explained. Obviously, he's the devil, he's the god of mischief. So he has a lot of powers. He's a god. He can, and this movie even says he can use the power to alter reality at will. But is that all of his power? Is that his only power? He's a god. He could be able to track down the mask. Why is it so hard for him to find the mask? It doesn't explain why it's hard for him to find the mask. And Odin is trying to get the mask for whatever reason, but if he doesn't get the mask at a certain point, then Loki will have to have his powers removed. And it's not shown why there's such a strict timetable. It's just Odin's like, well, I'm going to conveniently take you out of the action. And it's so convenient for Odin to snatch Loki when Tim Avery needs a break in some sort of confrontation. Odin is just shown to be an impatient person who doesn't love their children. Obviously, he likes Thor more, and Loki is not loved. But then Tim Avery later is like, but you guys are family, you guys love each other, that's the end of the conflict, right? So even not loving him it's just not consistent. There's no consistency in any of this movie, or was established in the last movie. And even as a standalone movie, it's not pleasant. That's just the first scene. Oh geez. Tim Avery finds the mask, and his wife wants a baby, and she's obnoxiously about it. She's like, I don't care what you do, just give me a baby. I'm like, are you this baby crazy? I don't want you to have a child if you're this baby crazy. Oh jeez, please stop with this. She is just depicted as the most annoying person in the world, but also he wants to have an animation job, and so he goes and stands up to this animator and he pitches his character. And that gets the ball moving throughout. Not a clear timetable whatsoever. And at the time that he gets the promotion that she's pregnant, and then it seems like literally a day later, because I don't like at all the timing of the montage, the time montage. It just goes way too quick, and it's not impactful whatsoever. And then boom, there goes the baby, and here's the baby. And then the baby has the powers of the mask. Here's why that is. It's because there's this Halloween party. He finds the mask, he puts it on, and then he goes crazy. But where did the mask go? While he was sleeping. While he was wearing the mask, he impregnated his wife, and then now, how did the powers transfer? How does that work? It's not explained at all. Oh geez. And then after the baby is born, it's just straight 15 minutes of baby crying, and it's the most obnoxious thing ever. Babies aren't pleasant. They're specifically not supposed to be pleasant. If they were pleasant, they would be dead because they depend on humans to raise them until they can be self-dependent, okay? But they're specifically supposed to be annoying, so people take care of them. So they shut up, okay? Who thought it was a good idea to put baby crying in a movie for 15 minutes straight? It's not pleasant. Nobody likes that. People like the cuteness of babies because otherwise babies wouldn't be taken care of. But they're also obnoxious and loud. Stop with the baby crying. Nobody likes it on a plane. Ugh, nobody likes it ever. It's not supposed to be pleasant. The wife has to go on a business trip. And wait, like, isn't she still on maternal leave? How long is the timetable? This movie isn't clear on that. And then he has to be babysitting. And I also think this is a character flaw of his, because at work, someone's like, well, we're just gonna have to do this to this other guy. And he's like, I'll do it. And I'm like, bro, no, you have a baby, take care of it. He's like, I will be able to take care of this baby and do my work. No one has ever said that. This baby is literally spinning out of control. And not to mention the dog finds the mask and is plotting to kidnap the baby for some reason. The dog turns into this green goblin character. It was weird, and I hate how this movie insists on having the dog so close to the camera and is so big in frame. I just hate it. I'm like, why isn't this dog just placed somewhere in the setting? Why is this dog so close to me that I can look at its terrible CGI in all its beautiful grotesqueness? Not to mention, the CGI does not hold up. Oh god, there's so many bad moments of CGI, including whenever the baby starts doing weird stuff outside of the norm of a baby. Like, it starts to dance, it copies that little frog that does the hello my baby thing. I didn't watch that cartoon growing up, so I'm not intimately familiar with it like other people would be. But this frickin' baby does that dance, and the CGI is horrendous. It is so bad. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I can't believe it. This movie was a slog to go through. And I hate, and I mean I hate, how many gross moments there are in this movie. Just so many gross bodily humor stuff. It's really gross, and I hate it. It made me uncomfortable. I was like, why am I watching this? I feel like I'm being violated watching the scene, especially with like the 3 streams of piss, and I'm like, this is gross. I don't want to be watching this. Why would anybody decide to put that in a movie? Oh jeez, I was having a bad time watching this movie. And then he finally figures out, Tim finally figures out what this child is. And also Loki starts to chase him. Loki kidnaps the baby, and then the wife comes home, and then Tim's like, I have to go find the mask. Oh, I know where the mask is, I'm gonna grab it. And the wife is properly annoyed. She's like, but my baby's gone. My baby, what'd you do with my baby? And she doesn't trust her husband until, you gotta trust me on this one. Also, the way that she was being incredibly combative should have been a plot point as well. But she's just suddenly okay with going along with things. I feel like she should have been combative the entire time because she desperately wanted the baby. But now it's out of character that she's so even keel going to where Loki is. And then they have to go they have to go get the baby. What's interesting, the baby hates the father, Tim. But then the baby has a weird bonding moment with Tim, and now the baby's all like, yeah, I want to be with Tim now. And they're just going to raise this demon child with all of its rambunctiousness. And also, back to the Loki being conveniently interrupted by Odin, because Loki gets his powers taken away. He's like, oh, I'm gonna do summon and spell Odin. Hey, give me my powers. Look, the baby's right here. That means the mask is here. Okay, I'm gonna give you a certain amount of time. And then he's given the mask, and he's completely focuses on the baby. I want to kidnap the baby now. I'm like, bro, you already got what you needed. You'll have eternal life if you just give the mask to your father. But he's so focused on the baby that the deadline runs out, and the Odin's like, I'm gonna get you. And that could have been cool, except for, like I said earlier, Tim comes and is like, hey, you guys, family is the most important thing ever. What if you guys put things aside? And then everything is okay now. No sort of conflict at all from Odin, who is like 1,000 years old by Tim's estimate, and Loki's 800 years old by Tim's estimate. Bro, he's 1,000 years old, and look at how confident you are now about yourself, Tim. And you're like, what, in your 30s? This bro's 1,000! How confident is he already? How is he not arguing this? He's just like, okay, I guess I'll set my feelings aside for this mere mortal. And then that's the movie. And I'm like, thank God this movie finished. This movie sucked. I hate it. But you know what I love? How in the pouring down rain, this makeup didn't come off, which is nice. I also forgot to buy the yellow version of this makeup, so that's why my face is so dark. The color of the mask in this one is more so like a lime green. It's less lime than the last movie, but it's still kind of a lime green. And I forgot to grab yellow so I can mix it. Ugh. But I looked up the best paint brand for face painting, and I got this one. So it seems like this is doing pretty good. I also sealed it and primed it, so that also helps. Wow, this makeup is so good. This movie is so bad. This movie is god-awful. Put it in a landfill. Doesn't need to exist. Terrible moments, terrible CGI, terrible acting, terrible everything. This movie is god-awful. It seems like there's no consideration for the colors in any way. It's just all hyper-saturated. And there's moments of chosen color palettes, but then it's like, it switches between like each shot, it seems like. And it's not cohesively colored, and I hate that. And even the emotions are wrong. The emotion colors are completely different from what's written in the dialogue. It's just giving me whiplash. It's not cohesive at all. This movie sucks. Don't watch it. Tell me what you hate about this movie in the comments below. I'd love to hear everything you hate, because this movie is god-awful and I probably have missed something, but I just talked about the things that stuck out to me the most while watching this movie. It was a terrible experience. I gotta give this one. Is there any redeeming qualities to it? It's a bad experience. It made me feel uncomfortable. It was work that was done. Jeez, I don't know how to rate. I know it's going to be very low. I'm just like, what do I rate it? Because I'm comparing what I've given 3s to, and I'm like, I feel like this would be worse than some of the like really gross gore amateur stuff that I've seen. This is worse than that, because somebody decided to think this is a good idea, and I heard that Jack Black and Ryan Reynolds was given this script, and they denied it for a good reason. Good. Somebody thought it was a good idea to make this, and whoever was making it, like, maybe some people are like, this sucks, but you guys are still doing a job, and nobody was like, I don't want this made. And the existence of it is offensive because it's so studio backed. And someone thought, oh, this will be a good idea. It felt like it couldn't decide between appealing to kids or adults, so it chose neither. And the existence of it is gross. So I had to give this one, it's a 2 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If I haven't reviewed it on a channel, there's a chance I haven't seen it at all. So that's why you got to get them Patreon requests in at patreon.com/ASEPresents. $20 donos a month for 1 month. It was one movie review, so that's why you got to get them Patreon requests in. Also support the daily grindiness by going to autisticboost.com. So you can go here. And until next time, I'll see you later, my style croutons and megabits. Boop.